Hello. Today I will be
explaining all of Koi's lore.
Be ready for tons of yapping. First of all, this is Koi, my OC. We know nothing about his parents. By we I mean me, but all I can tell you is that they're not important. I'm thinking that his parents sold him off to this organization that ran experiments on him. So he's half goat. To understand the experiments better, I'll have to do another video explaining the power system. When he was still in that organization, he met Renji, a main character, and they end up bonding or something until they form a plan to escape. Little did Koi know Renji was going to stay behind, so time skip or some shy. Koi got out and met Izumiko, which Izumiko took him in and was a horrible mentor. Think Dazai and Akutagawa's relationship, but a little less harsh. The reason why Izumiko was like this is because of Izumiko's organization's beliefs. His organization didn't like the experiments. Oh no, in fact, that whole organization's purpose is to go against the people running the tests, and they also are just kind of there to fight bad guys. Which if you look at it in a different perspective, Izumiko's organization is also bad, but we don't talk about that. Anyways, back to Koi. Since Izumiko took Koi and he was his mentor, and the only thing Koi wanted to do was please Izumiko because he saved him in his time of need. But Izumiko sees him as a nuisance and weak. Another reason why Izumiko doesn't like Koi is because of his name. He views it as weak cause Koi means love, so Izumiko calls him Coiro instead. Now here's where things get interesting. Koi goes to a park. Why? I'm Mike, but there was also two other people there. And who might that be? Renji and Zero. Renji immediately attacks Koi because Renji low-key hates Izumiko, and like I said, Izumiko is Koi's mentor. Blah 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 stuff happens and Zero calms down Renji, saying something along the lines of, if you kill this thing right now, then how can it tell you where Izumiko is? So Koi, being the most kind-hearted human on earth, is so grateful to Zero for saving him from Renji. Also, if you're wondering why Renji hates Koi because they used to be friends in the past when they were both experiments, it's because when Koi escaped, the organization convinced Renji Koi was just trying to get away from him. Alright, this is just part 1 to the series, and there will be a part 2 for the second half of Koi's lore. And if you're wondering why I didn't put it into one part, it's because I'm going to California tomorrow, and it's late. I'll also do lore of my other characters, so everything makes sense, because you really need to know Izumiko's and Renji's lore for all of this to make sense.